What's up, guys? Welcome to day 2 of your Getting Started Right training. I hope you enjoyed day 1. Make sure that you've watched both videos on day 1. There was a part 1 and a part 2. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about social media, and I'm also going to give you a general overview of TD Nation and how it works and why our groups are so important. First, let's talk about social media. Social media is going to be a crucial part to building your business if you want to make this a full-time career. Now, one thing you guys need to realize and keep in the back of your mind at all times is that you need to run your business like your grandparents and your great-grandparents would have ran their businesses. They didn't have the benefit of social media. So when they ran their business in their local communities, customer service and building relationships and building trust and caring about people had to be number one on their priority. And that is the same with your business. You cannot grow a successful business if you do not care for people and want to see them succeed and are truly invested in helping them. So run your business like your grandparents would have ran their business. Get to know people, show them you care, develop trust, and they will be customers for life. That is first and foremost. It's very, very important that you guys realize that. Now, while I want you guys to run your business like your grandparents would have ran their businesses, also I want you to realize what a gift the internet is. Yesterday we talked about what a gift the Beachbody business is. Today I want to talk to you guys about what a gift the internet is and what a gift it is that you've been born in this time. We literally have hundreds of millions of people at our fingertips. Our grandparents and great-grandparents would have killed for that opportunity. Growing a business in today's world is so much easier than it was even 10, 20 years ago. So realize that. Don't take it for granted. Realize there is a sense of urgency and you guys need to capitalize on that if you want to grow your business. So what do you do? How do you use social media? There's so many things. Social media is always changing. The first thing I would advise you do is follow 2 people. The first is Gary Vaynerchuk. You can find him on Facebook, you can find him on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter. He is a social media guru. He built Wine Library TV, turned his dad's liquor company from a $3 million business into a $54 million business in a couple years. Now owns a media company. So follow him. He knows what he's doing. He gives a ton of free content and he tells you where the eyes are going. He's helped me tremendously. He's usually ahead of the curve. So you can do things before all the other Beachbody coaches realize what's going on. Only thing is Gary's getting pretty big now. A lot of people are starting to recognize him, but I've been following him for about 4 years. The second thing you can do is follow one of our own team members, Team Ripped member, Brooke Dorsett. Get on her YouTube channel and subscribe to it. She gives away a ton of content. She's an extremely successful coach, only been a coach for a couple years, and she puts out a lot of videos. I personally don't have the time to put out all the videos she's putting out, so I'm just going to direct you guys to her. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. Watch what she's doing. She does things right. She does it really good, and she gives you guys lots and lots of tips. The last piece of advice on social media. I would love to give you guys some secret gateway into finding millions and millions of people, but the fact is it just takes a little bit of work. Nobody's taught it to me. You know what I've done? I've followed Gary Vaynerchuk, and when something comes up that I don't know how to do, I go on YouTube and I search how to do it. For instance, when Facebook was growing, Gary Vaynerchuk started talking about Facebook dark posts. Facebook dark posts are ads by Facebook. Very, very effective ads. Facebook has developed a system where they can target people like you just can't believe. They can target your age, what your interests are, if you buy supplements online a lot, what your income is, if you use things like Dial Soap. They can really, really target down. So I learned that from Gary. He started talking about dark posts. And I just went on YouTube and searched how to do Facebook dark post ads and then just started experimenting with them. The thing with social media is when I learn something, by the time I put it on video, it might have changed. So it's just impossible for me to teach you guys everything I'm doing all the time because those things are going to get old so quick. So it's constantly changing, constantly evolving. But I love that about it. Thank goodness it is constantly changing and constantly evolving so I can be ahead of the curve. And that's what you guys have to do. You have to follow those people that are going to help you, like Gary Vaynerchuk. Figure out how to do things. So, pick a platform, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, and devote yourself to learning that platform and then trying some things out and trying to find new people. And don't ever discount a new form of social media. You saw it with MySpace, and then you saw it with Facebook. People said they'd never be on Facebook. That was for kids. Then what happens? Kids' parents and kids' grandparents start getting on Facebook, and it starts to grow. And now most of the kids aren't even getting on Facebook anymore. They're getting on Instagram or even Snapchat. All these social media platforms that you think are just for kids, realize those are eventually going to be for adults and businesses, because adults and businesses go where the kids' eyes are going. So it's always going to be changing. It's always going to be evolving, and you always need to be learning. So set aside some time in your daily or weekly routine to learn a social media platform. One of the other things I do is I pull up iTunes and I just look at the top 100 apps. And, the ones that are really growing, I just look in there and see, is that something I need to be a part of? Is that something I think is going to get really popular? A lot of times I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm right. It just depends. So make sure that you are following those things. The other thing you guys can do is Facebook private groups and small groups. I know some of our members love to hunt, and they're in hunting groups. A lot of our members have dogs, and they're in certain dog groups. So like I have an Australian Shepherd who's running around, messing around back there. But I'll get in Australian Shepherd groups. And I don't get in those groups to sell things. I get in those groups to meet people and develop relationships with people. And those things turn into clients. Another thing you guys can do is Twitter search. If you go to Twitter and go in the search bar, go to twittersearch.com, you can search for simple things like phrases, can't lose weight. And it will pull up in real time all the people who are talking about the fact that they can't lose weight or lost 5 pounds or whatever it is. You can search so many different phrases, and it will in real time tell you who is talking about those things. You can try to, work conversations up with them and talk to them. All those little things that I've just mentioned were not taught to me. I learned them through Gary Vaynerchuk or through other people, but those are the things you guys need to be doing. I wish I could sit here and give you guys a foolproof way to crush Instagram or to crush Facebook, but I just can't. It's always trial and error. It's always changing. Facebook's algorithms are always changing. And those are things you just have to experiment with and learn and play with, and realize that some things are going to work, but most things aren't, and that's okay. You just keep trying and trying and trying, and don't let, I heard a good phrase the other day, don't let the start stop you. And that is so true. I see so many coaches who think everything needs to be perfect before they jump in and try something. Now, I've succeeded because I'm the exact opposite. I don't care if it doesn't work. I don't care if my grammar's bad. I don't care about anything. I just go all in and I just try things. I do not care about perfection. And I think that's one of the things that can hinder you guys the most, is caring about perfection and letting the start stop you. So don't let the start stop you.